talked about Publicist, like their whole gig and how completely hilarious
and ridiculous
it is?
Yeah, I'll discuss it, but there is two sides of Publicist. Same with agents and managers in Hollywood, where there is great publicists who are just over all of the shit, who are not excited about anything. Those are the great ones. They don't want to be in pictures. They do want to be in the background. Like they
give it to you straight. I just want to meet one that like gives it to you straight. Like, this is not great, but you got to do it.
Yes. And so I had a really, really great one for 10 years. A long time. And it was just very dry, deadpanned. Just like, hey, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Great. And then move on.
I'm into that.
Same. And she was fantastic. And like every single magazine I did, interview, all of that shit, it was exactly that straight talk of like, hey, this isn't the biggest, but you got to do it to get this other thing. This party isn't going to be great tonight. Don't go to this premiere. Don't do this. Like, do this, like that type of shit. And it was just like, all right, great. We had a really honest, open rapport. Mm-hmm. The one thing that it's the same thing with agents on that other side of it was she got big enough that, you know, the lower people, if you weren't super fucking famous, like you kind of just get left at the wayside at that point.
Yeah.
Same with agents and managers. And so there is great publicists, but you've got to be at a level of where they've seen it all and done it all. Like they're not looking for money anymore. Whereas with publicists who are super eager and new and don't have huge clients, they make you think that everything is the most important thing on the planet. Every single party, person, all of this is amazing and it's so great and it's so great. It's going to be amazing. But they're also trying to, it's a monthly job. So they're trying to get more months out of you.
Right.
Payment wise. So it's like, yeah, they want to make you feel as if all of this shit is super important when it's not.
Right.
I always now call publicists on their bullshit where it's just like, hey man, I fucking know this interview sucks, or I know this event sucks. Like, let's try to do better.
Right.
But same with agents and managers. The higher ones up are only excited about trying to get you auditions for fucking Iron Man or the Avengers or shit like that. The lower ones are trying to make you feel amped about a guest star on True TV. Where it's just like, hey, you're going to be on Impractical Jokers, and it's going to be awesome.
Right.
And it's that same level of excitement where you're just like, what am I doing? Yeah, no, it's Impractical Jokers on True TV.
Sure. Fun.
Yeah.
I always remember I was talking to a publicist. I think it was for like one of the first movies that I did, and I was dating someone, and she was like, "What do you do?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm like medical supplies," and she's like, "Fun."
Yeah.
And like, what? Didn't even hear what he said, and just like turned and was like, "Fun."
That's every answer.
And
fun
at that moment, and I have never been at a level that a publicist would give that much of a shit about me, but I've had a couple throughout the different movies and different things that you're doing. None that's like just mine, but ones that you deal with. And that's just always the vibe that I get. And every time you like go talk to the publicist, I'm always just like, fuck, this is just going to be so.
Yeah.
And I get very weird when people get really excited and weird around me. Like, I shut down. Like, I can't, because I'll never be able to get to that level.
Right.
So I just like shut down. And then I'm like a weird, quiet person. And they're like in your face, like, are you so excited? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not. I just want to know what I need to do. And
I'm at a medium excitement level.
I'm just at a normal, I'm excited. I'm nervous. There's all different kinds of things. I'm the person that has to be on the stage or do the Q&A or whatever. So like, please just like try and make me feel comfortable about what's going on. Not like
right
anxiety about like my level of excitement.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm a publicist dream, and we're in the fact that like interview wise and all of that shit, they know that they're going to get the goods every single time. Like I'll throw down every time, but like right. I can see through publicists who are at a lower level where they're trying to get you to do online Scranton paper where you're just like, but it's conducted by a 12-year-old, where it's just like, it was take your son to work day and you've got to do, yeah. And you're there and you're like, all right, cool. And I always do it. And I'm always gracious and all of that stuff. But you sit there and you're like, motherfucker, did I come out, put on a suit and do all this shit to talk to a 12-year-old tonight?
Right. Again, for me, I'm down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down to do it because I don't do a lot of that stuff. So I'm down. But I just
when it's pitched to you of like, oh my God, this will be amazing, and you show up and there's a 12-year-old holding a microphone, and it's literally somebody's kid. Not like that's not a joke.
If they just tell me that, I'm down.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do it.
Yes.
Don't give me a reason to like dress up and party afterwards, like because I'll do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyways, I think that's just in life with there's publicist type people in life, right?
Yes.
That I can't handle.
Yeah, you have to be super excited about a lot of shit. Yeah. And
I'm not.
I'm not either.
Okay.
I'm not. Like, I can't get to that.
Bad. I never get like excited about anything.